Alrighty, boys. Welcome back to the Cutn Sports Podcast, episode 11. This episode is presented to you by the Boston Sports Entertainment Network and brought to you by Pins and Aces. Whether you're looking for golf bags, head covers, and apparel, they have all your high-quality golfing needs to look fresh on the greens. Head over to pinsandaces.com and use the code word WOOD at checkout to receive 21% off. Boys, how are we feeling tonight?
Tremendous.
Ready to talk Red Sox.
That makes one of us. I don't know if I'm ready to talk about it, but here we are. It's been a while. We have been talking about a lot of other things and letting the Sox season kind of come to us. We've mellowed out from everything we've had to see, and I think we're finally ready to talk about it with clear heads. So I'm going to get us started by just pitching something to you guys where I believe the Sox have a lot of different avenues that they can go down. And I think there is, in particular, one correct route. In my opinion, I think there is one correct route that they can go down. I think that there are acceptable paths. But when it comes down to it, I've heard a lot of talk about let's go get Hunter Green. Let's go get Joe Ryan. Let's go get Tarek Skubal, Sandy Alcantara, all these guys. Why are we trying to upgrade the pitching this hard when our big thing we've tried to upgrade is our pitching lab? Why are we not talking about the offense more? I hear Pete Alonso and Kyle Schwarber a little bit, but realistically, we have sunk so much time and effort into getting this pitching lab to becoming elite. Why are we not talking about trying to put most of our money into the offense and then getting serviceable pitching to go along with what was already an elite pitching staff? It was top 10, bullpen and starting rotation. So what do you guys think?
While I can see where you're coming from, I feel like the offense was so disappointing in like the most important times. When I think back of the last year's team, I think of the left on base. They were top 8, I think, on left on base, but also top 8 in RBIs. That kind of tells you they were always getting guys in position. They were scoring a lot, but they were leaving a lot too. And I really, really love Tristan Casas, and I wanted him to be so good. But like everyone else, it's time to move on. I think that's what everyone's opinion is.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think you got to spend most money on the offense because I don't think Story's going to do that again. I feel like it's hard to trust or lean on the fact that he's going to repeat or come close to what he just did. It just hasn't been there. He led in home runs and RBIs, I believe, and stolen bases. He was like doing our entire offense.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm sitting right now.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. It was obviously a down year in terms of a lot of the offensive statistics. I'm pretty sure we were one of 4 or 5 teams that didn't have a guy eclipse 25 home runs. We had a guy with 25, but not more than that. And the one guy that we did have that was a 30-homer guy did it in San Francisco.
I think the other thing that definitely affects the offensive performance was a lot of the injuries that happened. I mean, we lost Roman, Marcelo Meyer. I mean, he was putting on a decent offensive show when he was up. And then when Billy had his time that he was out, I mean, that was our 25 home run guy.
Lost Bregman for a while.
Lost Breggy for a while. I mean, we lost a lot of guys.
Yeah, the injury bug felt like it was heavy this past season.
It was always there. That was the thing. We didn't have a time besides like
we didn't have any time with everybody.
Yeah.
No. We had maybe a week.
We had Roman Anthony and Devers together for like 4 games, then trade him, and then we had injury, then we had injury again.
Mm-hmm.
Not a fun cycle.
No,
100%.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's definitely challenging when you look at how good this team could have been because the pitching finally took that step forward that I think we had all been hoping for. We finally had that ace. Bayo finally took a couple steps forward to being number 2 or 3 guy. I'm not going to say that he was an ace. He pitched like it at times, but he's a number 2 or 3 guy.
3 for me.
Yeah, he should be the number 3. He definitely, with him being really just a contact pitcher, and that's fine. I think that's great that he's become that. We need
on a team with a good defense, who knows what he could look like. Our defense has been worse in the league for last 2 years at least. I know the worst.
Absolutely.
We led the league in errors, did we not?
Yeah.
I think 2 years in a row. At least we were top 3. 2 years in a row, at very worst. So that actually brings me to something that I wanted to pitch to you guys, because I hear a lot of stuff about Duran getting dealt for pitching and all this, and then you see Wilyer Abreu get put into a lot of trade talks just because he's another outfielder that potentially is expendable. Why not trade one of those guys for some infield defense? There's a guy I'm super high on in Nico Horner, maybe not necessarily for those two, but he's a stud defender at second base for Chicago. That's a guy who would probably be able to come in here and increase the defensive production by a lot. And that's whether Story's at, shortstop or Meyer, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, right now, who's locked in for the infield? Bregman and Story both have opted out.
Story hasn't officially opted out, I don't believe.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything for that.
Which is weird.
He hasn't committed or opt.
My thing on trading Duran or Wilyer for some infield help is I think that there's plenty of guys in the free agent market that would be suitable or not the same value that you would be trading and getting. Like, say, second base. I mean, Gleyber Torres is 29.
Yes, but Gleyber, because of his years with the Yankees, just leaves such a sour taste in my mouth.
I was going to say, just the Yankee fact, I just can't, I don't think mentally. Like, I don't know why Chapman I was able to deal with because of the Yankees, but I think it was because my most memorable.
What? He kicked ass.
Yeah, but then sucked when the first memory I think of is getting the walk-off home run against Jose Altuve and is smiling after. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why he was doing that. But I guess
you don't have Gleyber Torres at second. I mean, Willie Castro is another guy. He's 29. It's possibly he's a free agent, so whether he'll re-sign with the Brewers or not.
I don't mind Castro. He's a switch hitter, isn't he?
I don't know, actually.
I think he's a switch hitter, so I mean, I wouldn't hate that in that regard. I would love to go get a guy like Horner, who is such a defensive upgrade and a defensive wizard. I'm not just if we're going to make upgrades at certain spots, especially trading guys like Duran and Abreu, I think that you need to go for guys who go above and beyond at what they do. And Horner, he's the guy I keep coming to because he's the guy I want. But somewhere in that realm, I would be fine with. Just get some infield defense, assuming Story's gone. Assuming that. You know what I mean? Because who knows? Who knows?
Are we? Does that mean we're giving up on Marcelo Meyer?
No.
What are you doing with him?
Meyer, as of right now, is probably the shortstop going into next season. I can't see why they wouldn't.
What if it's Story?
If it's Story, then I can't trust a guy like Marcelo Meyer, who hasn't played more than 100 games at any level, to be my starting second baseman. I love him. He's a great player, but I don't think if I'm going for a World Series championship that I can put him as my starting second baseman on opening day.
So where would you put him? Have him start in the minors?
AAA, work on some stuff, figure some stuff out. I just feel like if you want to be a competitive organization and you want to take this open AL for what it is, considering who knows what's going to happen with Skubal. He's probably not going to be in Detroit, so that team's probably going to go downhill too. if, say, Skubal goes to a different contender, that's just one less team you have to worry about. And it's just one more spot in the playoffs that you can take. So go out, put an actual defense together rather than sticking David Hamilton and Nick Sogard. Love Sogard, iffy on Hamilton. Don't put those guys at second base anymore. Get yourself a guy. We haven't had a regular second baseman since Dustin Pedroia. We haven't had a regular first baseman since Mitch Moreland in 2018, maybe, which is a long time. We need some of this platoon stuff is fine. We need to go out and actually get legitimate starters. The same way that when you go back in 2018, you knew who was going to be your third baseman, your second baseman, your shortstop, day in and day out. Right now, it's plug and play all over the place. That's fine-ish during the dog days of summer, not all year.
Yeah, we had way too many guys playing 3 to 4 positions.
And some of so very frustratingly, most notably to me is Ceddanne Rafaela. And hopefully this platinum glove will cement him to stay in center field. We don't need to be putting him at second base and shortstop.
I think with Ceddanne, I just hope that he's at one position for the whole year. I'm not totally sold on the idea of him not being the shortstop, depending on how everything plays out. But all I care about is that he is at one of the premier positions up the middle for us. And I'm not talking second base. He is way too good for second base. If he's our starting shortstop, if he's our starting center fielder, as long as he is that on game 1 and game 162, I'm fine-ish. I have a preference.
In what world do we see him be at shortstop? Who's playing center?
I mean, that's if you go out and you get like Kyle Tucker or something like that, which who knows if that's going to happen. But if you get Kyle Tucker and then your outfield ends up being, Tucker, Roman, and maybe you don't end up trading either Duran or Abreu, that's kind of your outfield right there. Or maybe, again, you trade those two and you give Casey an avenue. I don't know.
If you sign Kyle Tucker, you have to trade at least one of them.
I think you already have to trade at least one of them.
Yeah, for sure. You absolutely do. But
it only worked because of the injury bug.
Absolutely. If Roman had never gotten hurt, man. If Roman
and Willie had never gotten hurt, the outfield would have been a logjam.
I think if Willier had never gotten hurt, I think Duran would have been shipped out at the trade deadline.
Yep.
It would have made things really challenging when Roman went down, but I think it would have changed a lot about what we ended up doing at the deadline was Willie going down. Yeah, it's just tricky.
I'm trying to think of who in this scenario and say other teams played as good as they were playing. Who is Duran fetching in a trade in that scenario? Or are we selling it?
I think if we're trading Duran, it's tricky because with what he did this past season, it does diminish his value a little bit, but I think he's still be a 3 to 4 win player as a whole. I personally feel like if you send him to a low pressure situation, I feel like he'll thrive. I think he's shown a lot that the high or the big market team in the spotlight just really isn't for him. And I love Duran. I think he's a great player. I think he's done a lot, but he's been so open about the mental problems that he's had to go through and the frustration going there. And Zach Greinke was another guy who was open about it. He didn't like going to the big market teams because it was bad for him mentally. And I think Duran would be awesome in, I think Cincinnati's a small enough market. I think that would do well. Minnesota, that's another super small market that he would do well. Heck, even West Coast, if he ended up going to the Padres, they don't get as much press as some of the other teams. I feel like San Diego might be another good spot for him.
They have a good fan base, so the fans show up, and
they have a great fan base.
But
the West Coast doesn't get the same love as everywhere else. Jake?
Oh, sorry. Hopefully Minnesota's wanting him. because I want Freddie Peralta more than any other pitcher, and that's just personal bias because I think he's so cool. I'm hoping they want them some Jarren Duran.
I feel like I could see the Brewers. I could see the
Oh
Brewers
my
going
god! I
for.
said the. Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, there it
I
is.
was not the only
There
one to
it
catch that.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Same. I'm seeing the uniforms. They're mismatching in my head.
They're similar. What's a trade package like that look for? What else are you giving up? Because there's no way that's a 1-to-1.
Right. Yeah. No. I was trying to think. When I was thinking about this earlier, like what's the highest prospecty fringe, like a Connolly earlier, Tolley. I love Tolley, so I wouldn't want to to do that at all. But I can't even at this point. I haven't really decided what level, how high I would pay for him. He's more of a personal, like favorite player kind of. Not that I think he's the best pitcher we could trade for, so I wouldn't want to give him the world. But he's so good, right? But he's so good. So I don't know. I wouldn't give up the world, but
Would you do like say Tolley and Garcia?
so
With Duran?
I want to give. Can I throw Duran in for? To get just
And for who?
For Peralta.
Yeah.
So you're saying Duran, Garcia, and Tolley for Peralta?
I feel like it's a lot to give up almost.
How old is Peralta?
I think he's 29.
Something.
Okay.
I thought he was 29.
I was thinking 28, so we're in. It's got to be that range.
I think it depends on how much contract he's got left and how many more years he has. Because if that's a 1 year, no chance.
No, you can't give up that much for a rental.
Yeah.
The only rental I'm giving up all that for is Scooble, and we'd still have to
Skubal.
give up some.
I'm not even trying to think. Ever since I listened to Section 10 and heard Coley talking about Cole Tucker, I didn't even entertain that thought in my head. And I still don't really like entertaining it because I think the chances are slim to none. But thinking about it gets me going.
Freddie Peralta has a club option this upcoming year. And he will be 30 in this upcoming year. And then he's an unrestricted free agent in 2027.
Well, that season's not happening, so.
Good point. That's a real good point.
Yeah, he's going to be looking for a contract extension soon.
Yep.
Like before this ends, kind of type shit.
Yeah, bad time to be a free agent.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that's why it's going to be. I think you'll see some guys this free agency taking less money to secure years. I think that's going to be a big thing because you think about it. If somebody signs a 6-year deal, maybe we'll actually say 5, maybe like 5 for 160. Like if a third baseman were to sign something like that, they would actually only be signing a 4-year deal since that lockout's probably happening. So you can almost think about it as like any 5-year deal is actually a 4-year deal or a 4.5-year deal, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peralta, his Savant page looks pretty red. Not a lot of chase there.
He's nasty, and I love him.
Yes.
I love seeing the highlight. I get his reels. I be on his fan pages on my For You page.
Yeah. Dude, him, Corbin Burns, and Brandon Woodruff were supposed to be a 3-headed monster, man, and now it's just well, Woodruff's still there, but Chase or Corbin Burns is unfortunately down for the count. Little TJ action.
Went to Arizona.
Yep. He did. Went to Arizona, and I don't know if you guys watched that video, but he gave up a hit, and it was like immediately he called for the trainer, and then as you could see the video of him talking, and he was just like, yeah, my elbow's done. He's saying it as the trainer's walking out. He knew immediately, which is crazy.
It's got to be the worst feeling, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I remember watching a game where I thought something similar had happened. Jake, you might remember this. Parker and Sam, I think you might be a little too young for this, but it was early 2013, and I remember John Lackey pitching in Toronto, and he threw a pitch, and the way his shoulder slumped up to his head, I was like, his arm's destroyed. He's got to be, something's wrong.
Sometimes you don't have to be a doctor.
Yeah, and then he was fine, and then he ended up being our best pitcher 2013, or one of them. I thought he was dead. I thought he was done. It was bad.
That's a 2013 team, man. So fun.
It was a great year. But thinking forward to what this 26 team could look like, I'm going to pose this question to you guys. What does an ideal offseason look like for you guys? Ideal offseason and the bare minimum. Because I think we need to set some standards for what we expect out of ownership this season and this offseason. Because Craig Breslow has got to do something. So, Jake, I'm coming to you first.
Sure.
What do you think? What is an ideal offseason look like to you, and what's the bare minimum?
So the idea, we already talked about it. I'd love Freddie Peralta.
Yep. So that's number one.
I don't want to double dip. If we don't get Peralta, I feel like I kind of want to go in for Cease or try trading for Joe Ryan again.
Make it happen.
Please. Make it happen this time.
We don't need no more fake news.
So I think that's for additions for pitching.
Yep.
Obviously, that'd be great enough for me, because then you'd have Crochet still. Bayo, you'd hope, is trending still in the right direction. And then I still, personal bias, would love Hunter Dobbins up here with Connolly early, if we still got him.
So give me your ideal 2026 starting rotation. What's it look like to Jake? If you could pick.
Ideal. If I could pick, if we're spending and trading.
Yes. Keep it realistic. Keep, the offensive
You
stuff.
are GM.
You are GM. Craig Breslow said, Jake, I need you. I need you. What's our rotation next season?
Crochet, Cease, Freddie.
Yep.
Did I say Bayo?
No.
Bayo. So that's 4. Dobbins 5.
Okay. I like that. So you think we go all in on pitching?
Ideally.
Okay.
Because I can deal with some of the, like I said earlier, they were top 8 in RBIs in the league, top 10 in OPS. They were 9th. And we still left so much on the board.
All right, now I'm curious.
What's up?
If you're going all in on pitching and that is your pitching lineup, what the hell does the infield and outfield look like?
This is hoping that Bregman and Story stay.
Okay. Yep.
That's fair.
Because I would in this scenario, I'd still try Casas at first.
Okay.
And then Mayer,
save some money.
At second base. And then we still have Rafaela, Roman Anthony. And I'm so struggling with this last outfield spot. And because of what scenario I put us in, we've made some trades. And so I feel like Christian Campbell's here in left field.
What about Masataka Yoshida?
DH.
He got stuck traveling in San Diego, and no one found him since. We got the money recouped, and that's what we used to get Cease. It was part of the pool.
Yeah, he's actually in Greenland still. Like, he was out there on vacation. He's in Greenland.
That's my ideal. Like, I'm playing fucking MLB 2K, MLB The Show.
Yep.
My GM, and I'm just spending what the Red Sox should spend, and just going all in. Like, we still have a good farm for how much young talent we have that graduated.
We do.
So that's kind of what I've got. I was kind of trying to think of some other outfielders maybe that we signed, and Verdugo came up, and I almost did it, put it in there as a joke, but it just felt so wrong that I didn't.
I'm happy you didn't. I don't have the ability to kick you, but I would have.
And Castellanos, if he'll sign with us for like $5, I'll take him because he loves John Bellion, and shout out to him for that.
I'd give him like $5.50. Yeah.
Give him $5.75.
Yeah.
So this
What a bargain.
lineup is relying on we're still good, but we're not getting the left on base bullshit. We're hitting more homers because there's no way we're that bad in homers 2 years in a row. This felt like an anomaly.
I mean, if what you just said is our lineup, I'd be stoked. If we get that pitching,
And it's kind of our lineup.
If we get that pitching
Well,
and keep Bregman and Story and do that with our lineup, that'd be.
Yeah, I feel like in this Bregman probably is not. That's a stretch.
A bit of a pipe dream, I feel.
So you could put Mayer there, and then maybe that's where KC's playing.
Well, so okay. I
For
mean,
a second.
it didn't sound like you were putting that much money into the starting rotation because you traded for
That's true.
Peralta.
That's
So
true.
I mean, you definitely still have money to be able to.
You're spending the big money on Cease, and that's it, and keeping your guys in this scenario.
I mean, in that scenario, I mean, I still think we're under 300. I would assume.
Which
So
I would feel okay with. Lean on these young dudes that are still getting better. We're not going to be that bad at hitting 2 years in a row. I just will not believe it. Spend on the pitching. Let them get. I think though that lineup can score 3-4 runs a night, average that much, and we'd win the AL East. Like as long our pitching would be so good.
with that rotation, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does bare minimum look like to you then? Like, if that's your pipe dream, what do the Red Sox need to do bare minimum?
They, at bare minimum, need to make one splash signing. To me, Cease.
So,
I hate saying polar bear, Alonso.
Yep.
But that would kind of feel like a story moment to me. They're spending it because they have to. If they make they need to make at least one huge spend and one serviceable trade. Doesn't have to be as good as Freddie Peralta, but something for pitching or
is
hitting,
that
whatever
including?
You pay for.
Is that including Bregman, or are you saying that?
Yeah, I don't know. In my head, I'm like auto keeping Bregman. I don't know. I just feel like he's not going anywhere.
So, I mean, I think I can say this now before Parker and Sam go. Bregman is a part of the bare minimum that the Sox need to have, correct?
Well, so yeah, but I guess by me not even saying it and assuming it, I guess that is the bare minimum.
Right.
Keep everyone's assumption.
Yeah, I mean, I think if Bregman doesn't resign, I think people will riot considering they traded their statue player to make room for this guy. Yeah, and especially for a guy
statue player for essentially a rental of half a year if he doesn't come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then all
terrible way to look at it mentally. Terrible way.
Oh, big time. So a splash player, a serviceable player, and Alex Bregman. That is okay.
Bare minimum.
I respect that. Now, Parker, what are you thinking? What's ideal look like to you? You were just given the reins. MLB The Show. I just turned the sliders off, so force trades are on. I'm kidding. It's not on. But give me what you got.
I'm just kidding. I'm just going to go by position. I'm going to go around the positions and such.
Okay.
First base is definitely a big thing for this team right now, something that we need. Nathaniel Lowe is great and all, but we need someone. We need better. We really need better. And that person, Josh Naylor. Have to.
Yes.
He's a great bat. He has a really good defense, and his defense is much better than Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso's bat is better, but you're getting a guy. Let me bring up the Savant really quick because I got all this ready, boys.
He also hates the Yankees, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
Hates them.
He's a batting average this year, was 295. He hit 20 home runs, and he had 30 stolen bases, too.
How many caught stealing there? Bring me that up.
Ooh, that's a great question.
It's little, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I know he didn't get caught that much. He's slow as hell, but
He's just
his
smart.
timing is beautiful.
His sprint speed was not good. Again, if you go on that Savant, his sprint speed is ice cold, Arctic cold.
He was only caught once, apparently.
One time.
Josh Naylor has been caught stealing 0 times since his trade to the Mariners. So he was not caught at all with the Mariners, and it was one time before that.
All I really had to see was his celebration after his home run, I think, when he was still in Cleveland.
The baby?
All I had to see was that, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'm in.
Yeah, he's the man.
So his fielding is something that's big that I really have liked looking at his baseball savant and such. His K percentage when he bats, 91. That's great.
Yep.
That's very good. His walk percentage is a little bit, it's 46, that's fine. It's okay. His chase percentage, though, he chases a lot. It's 7. Not
Which
great.
is tough.
Looking for them homers.
Expected batting average is 77. So I mean, when he hits the ball, it seems like he's gonna hit it, and it's gonna be in. Batting run value is 85. His fielding range is an 80, and his arm strength is a 61. Pete Alonso is in the bottom of the blue on Baseball Savant for his defense and fielding.
Yeah, I don't know, something about Pete. I don't jive with.
Me either.
Well, I mean, with Naylor, you can probably get him for somewhere between, I'd say, 18 and 23 million a year, and he's a plus 800 OPS guy who clearly, I think he's built for a competitive atmosphere. He's done it in Cleveland. He's now done it in Seattle, and I think he's a perfect first baseman for us.
I think he would be more than what you were saying. I think he'd be probably 30 mil.
Oh no.
You think so? I think it depends on the years, because I've seen a lot of projections that are saying like 4 years, 80.
Is he going to be 30 this season, or is he 29 this season?
He's 28 right now.
He's going to be 29.
Yes.
Oh, I'd throw a 4 to 5 year deal at him before I throw a 4 to 5 year deal at Pete Alonso.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, Alonso's going to be 31 this year.
If it's not a lanky deal, like I say, it's 3 years, I think it could get up to 30 mil a year. I don't know. His last 2 years, 2024, he hit 31 homers, and then this year he only hit 20. But he was batting 295 this year versus batting 243 last year.
I think he would play well with the monster here too. I think he would probably get a little bit more of that opposite field stroke going. Maybe hit a couple more doubles.
I was gonna say I can visualize him peppering the monster.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
So a little interesting thing about him for his home runs, every single one of his home runs this year were to right field and center field.
Okay, so definitely
every single one of them.
Maybe not the monster.
Maybe not a monster guy. Maybe a bullpen guy.
So he only had one hit that went 331 on the left field. Everything else was like in like the shallow outfield.
Okay, so he's a pull hitter. Okay.
Which, I mean, if all of his home runs are to the right, hit him over towards Pesky.
Yeah, screw it. Or head into the short porch when we go to New York.
Balls over in the 325 range.
I was gonna say this would be the exact mortal enemy of Red Sox fans if he was on the Yankees. He would hit so many short porch homers.
But that's my ideal. I want that. I want Josh Naylor on this baseball team.
Cool.
I guess my second option for first would be Ryan O'Hearn, because I think we could get him for decently cheaper. He's a good bat, okay D. His D is still better than Pete Alonso, and he would be cheaper. Pause.
From experience.
Yes.
Oh.
But yeah, I won't go into too much about him. But like
Fair
I
enough.
said, good bat, okay defense, better than Alonso at defense,
I agree.
and
like-
would be cheaper.
I like it a lot.
Do you?
Second base, I really like. I know y'all don't really, but I really like Gleyber Torres. He's young. I know. It's just I like it.
We
Okay.
can only have so many pinstripe guys.
I get it. And then I guess my second option for that would be someone on the team.
Casey Meyer,
Yeah. Someone.
Anybody but Christian Campbell.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Meyer looked phenomenal when he was healthy this year at third, and I mean he looked phenomenal everywhere when he was healthy. I really want him to have a full season.
I do too.
Oh, he's my guy.
Third base, I obviously want Bregman to stay. I really do. He's great. He's great. I mean, that's all you got to say. If you're a Red Sox fan, and if you're a baseball fan, he's great.
Correct.
But if we didn't re-sign him, I think that we should sign Paul DeJong. Do you guys know who that is?
Yeah, he was with the
heard
White
of the
Sox
name.
this last year.
So he plays for the Washington Nationals.
He went to the Nat.
He's 32, and he only had 208 plate appearances this year. And the reason for that was in April of this year, he got hit in the face with a fastball, and it fractured his orbital bone. And he had to have surgery and was out for 2.5 months, and he had 12-game stint in the minors to recover. But
tough.
during that, he batted those 208 that he batted in the majors, 228, 6 home runs. OPS is 642. I mean, it's not great, but his fielding, based on all of the guys that were free agents or like kind of trade talk people, his defense was better. It's not great. It's 40 range, 25 arm strength, but like that. If you look at like the guys that are available that aren't old as shit, this guy was one of the better ones. His sweet spot percentage is really good. Base running value is decent. If you don't sign Bregman, we got to get a third baseman. We don't really have one. If Bregman doesn't stay, so I think that DeJong would be a decent sign.
Okay.
I think if Bregman does not stay and we don't sign one, Meyer is going to be the guy who's there ultimately.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you have Meyer somewhere else or if he's just not on the team currently.
So right now I don't have Story re-signing for my thing. I don't think he's going to re-sign.
Okay.
So I have Meyer at shortstop.
But so basically you could flop that either way if one of them signed and one of them didn't.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Meyer would be either short or third. I don't really like him a ton at third. I would much rather play him at short, but if we had to, we had to.
He can do it.
And he can do it.
He can do it.
I like Bo Bichette a lot. If we're talking about shortstop, I like Bo Bichette a lot. But Keith, his defense is ass.
It is.
He's awful.
But he looks cool doing it though.
His range is a 1.
First percentile.
Negative 13.
He hasn't been good since he cut his hair.
Yeah, no.
The flow was yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was like when Andrew McCutchen got rid of his dreads, even though he did do that for a good reason. Yeah. It was the same thing.
His contact with the ball is so good. Whiff percentage 83, K percentage 86, hard hit percentage 83, square up 74, expected batting average 99.
Sounds like a second baseman to me.
He's good, but he sucks in the field.
Yeah, he's bad. He's not good.
No, it's terrible. But I do like him, but I'd rather see Meyer play short.
I can get behind that.
Pitchers,
Yep.
you have to trade for Joe Ryan. You have to.
Okay.
You have to. He's good. The only thing that is kind of sucky about him is his velo. His average exit velo is in the 26th percentile. It's 90.2. So his velo is not very high. And his chase percentage is not very good either. It's 14, but his K percentage and his walk percentage is beautiful. 84 and 87 for that. Hard hit percentage is 37. Expected ERA 73. Yeah, he's good.
I agree with you there. I mean, I think his track record for me personally hasn't necessarily felt like a number 2 since I don't believe he's had a sub 3 ERA in his career. I mean, his whips
last year.
Was it?
No, not sub 3. No, sorry. Never mind.
He has felt like a low 2, high 3 pitcher. And I think a lot of the reason why he's been getting the hype that he has is because, one, he does have great stuff. His stuff is phenomenal. But at the end of the day, up until you saw Hunter Green and some of these other guys get put into that mix as far as trade topics, he was the best guy available. When you add the stuff together with the fact that you could probably fleece Minnesota in a trade, seemed like a good dude to go after.
That's the thing is, I think based on value wise, what we would have to give up for him, I think it would be worth it versus like Hunter Green. Cause I doubt that the Reds are going to be like, oh yeah, we'll take 2 prospects or Jarren Duran and a shit prospect. No, they're going to want a ton for him.
But what about Duran and a good prospect?
They're going to want more. I think if we traded Duran to the Reds for Hunter Green, it would have to be 2 good prospects and Jarren Duran.
Okay.
Which I don't like a ton.
Fair enough.
I can see Duran in a Reds uniform.
I definitely can too.
I can see Hunter Green in a Red Sox uniform.
I also can. I also like signing Dylan Cease. I do. It would be a lot of money. It would be a lot of money. But I like it. He's younger for some of the guys that are out there.
Okay.
Like it?
I hate Dylan Cease, man. He is so far down the list of people that I want. In fact, he is not on the list of people that I want. So I'm going to.
He was not on my radar coming into this. I'll say that.
Let me look up some.
Not that I wouldn't want him on the team, though. I wouldn't go that far.
Let me pull up some stats because I could be remembering wrong, but okay. So I'm about to read off Dylan Cease's ERA season by season from 2019 to 2025. 5.79, 4.01, 3.91, 2.20. That's good. 4.58, 3.47, and 4.55. That he does not feel to me like a guy who is going to age great. I feel like his contract would look very much. I feel like at best case scenario, it's Patrick Corbin, where maybe he helps us win a ring, but then he ends up just getting lit up a ton. I can't do Dylan Cease, man.
I think maybe where the Cease love comes from me, like the numbers are like that, but he has such good stuff that's kind of putting trust into this pitching lab, into maybe, I don't know if fixing him is the right word, but getting his full potential.
Yeah, I mean, his whiff percentage is 95, K percentage is 89, chase percentage is 80, fastball velo is 88, Expected batting average is 81, and expected ERA is 73. I mean, it's a lot of
Yeah.
red.
I feel like I trust.
I don't know if I can go if so let's put it this way. If I'm putting my money into some kind of pitching, whatever it be, or even just if I'm putting my money into something, I don't want to keep putting our money into unlocking full potential on guys who have barely found any kind of potential. He throws hard and the ball moves. Do you know who else throws the ball hard and the ball moves? Dustin May.
Get the hell out of here.
Well, when you put it like that.
Dustin, go look at Dustin May's stats. I guarantee you the ERAs can't look that friggin' different. Dylan Cease does not look like if you just
but I haven't seen Dylan Cease suck for my team yet. I have for May.
No, but I have seen him suck for a different Sox team. And he wasn't good on another competitive team because he wasn't great this year. He has got good stuff, but that is not my number 2. Maybe a number 3.
Would you like to hear Dustin May's savant?
Absolutely. I want to hear his ERA.
His ERA is 4.96.
Okay.
His
Compared to
expected
4.55.
his expected ERA, I'm just going to say that he has one thing that's red. Everything else is blue.
Yeah, but I feel like Savant, and when you're looking at the margins and when you're looking at a lot of those Savant stats, it really goes into what are some things that we could potentially fix and what are maybe some trends that are happening. At the end of the day, you can take guys who throw the ball hard and the ball moves and they get lit up for some reason. And it could be an extension thing. It could be a release point thing. If the results aren't happening, the results aren't happening. And Dylan Cease does not seem like so far a results-driven guy other than his 2.20 ERA a year. If he didn't have that, I don't think we'd be having this discussion. The only reason why he looks like a number 2 is because he had one good season where he pitched efficiently. He's got great stuff, but I don't know if I'm paying that guy $25 million a year.
Fair take.
It's fair enough.
Yeah.
As far as the outfield,
Mhm.
there's only one guy that we know is going to be in that outfield. Only
Rowan.
one. Yes.
Yeah.
No.
I guess.
Technically, Sadon could play second.
Or
That's
the
the
infield.
I hate
So-
that.
But yes.
Roman is the only one that we know for sure is going to be out there in the outfield next year.
Correct.
I want Raphael. If he is not in center field next year, I will riot.
Okay.
I will. And he's a platinum glove defender. He has to be out there.
I agree.
He cannot play second. He can play second, but I don't want him to play second at all. He needs to just be out in center field.
Fully agree.
And then I do see us trading Willie and Duran.
Yep.
For what? I don't know. I would hope some pitching prospects. Not
I was
pitching
gonna say,
prospects, pitching.
What do you guys actually think Willie's worth?
Should be a lot.
It should be more than Duran.
As I was going to say, I'd like to argue that, but
I'd agree, actually.
Yeah. So I would see Roman in right, Seti in center, and then Christian Campbell would play left. Because, I mean, we're not going to re-sign Rob, I don't think either.
yeah.
I think we should.
We definitely
he's a
should.
I agree.
He's a
Should.
good bench guy, but he definitely should not play as much as he did last year.
The only reason he
was lefty killer.
Right, but like he played so much because of injury. Like if he played a normal bench role,
And I
he'd never
thought-
play like that.
Honestly, he was fine.
Yeah.
When he played, he was fine. I want them to, like, they should re-sign him, but they will not. I don't think they're going to. I think a team will give him a little more money and he'll leave.
How old is he?
30 something. He's older.
He's up there, yeah.
He'll just retire.
That's like my, like, if I had to change everything, that would be what I would do.
I think
He'll be 35.
He's old.
Just as a bench guy to keep the veteran presence there, though.
Oh, no, for sure.
I think he's thought about retiring so many times. If he doesn't sign with us, I just think he hangs it up. That's what I'm thinking. Who knows?
See it.
So what's the bare minimum for you?
Bare minimum, you keep Nathaniel Lowe at first base.
Yep.
You have to. At the bare minimum. I don't want to see Casas. I'm sorry, Jake. I don't.
It's only sentimental at this point. It's purely not anything to do with baseball.
Thank God that guy ran in front of you and stole that Casas autograph from you.
Oh my God.
You are going to overpay the fuck out of that.
I saw a card at a card show we went to. This was it 1 or 2 years ago?
Like it was like a year and a half ago.
I was gonna say almost 2. It felt like almost 2 years.
Yeah.
I saw a Casas card. I was like, damn, that's sick. I want that. But it was kind of expensive for what it was.
It was like $50 to $75.
I was like, but
Jacob.
I feel like that's good. At the time, it was 2 years ago. And then we went to other tables. I thought about it. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to buy it. Me and Parker walking over there. The guy, it was like out of a movie. I'm walking up to the table. Someone comes up to the table and goes, I'll take that Tristan Casas card.
Sniped it from you.
Yeah, right in front of my face. Thank God.
That thing's worth 3 cents right now.
Yeah. So yeah, bare minimum for first would be Nathaniel Lowe. Second base, Sogard, I guess.
Oh, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
We're talking bare minimum.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing.
Well, bare minimum to be for you, bare minimum as far as like this is the bare minimum that we need from free agency and stuff. Like
I honestly think if we don't get a second baseman, I think we'll be okay. Because I think Sogard can do decent there.
Fair. I like Sogi enough where I think it's fine, and he'll probably platoon with Romy. Worst case. So I don't.
I'm fine with that. Like that, I will be fine with that. Shortstop, Trevor Story. He's got to stay. He's a vet. He's good for the locker room.
I just need this offseason to come and go so we can figure all this stuff out.
And then third base, Bregman. No question. Have to.
I agree.
And then outfield, it would just be Christian Campbell, Sadon, and Roman.
I don't hate that.
And we don't have to do anything about the catcher situation, I don't think. Wong is Wong, but
I do enjoy Wong.
He's an okay backup. He's a good catcher.
You can't have a great backup catcher either.
Hitter. But Narvi's going to be good. He's going to be good, and we have him under control until 2031.
Bang. We had a lot of young guys on control for quite some time.
Yep. All ours.
It's one of the few good things we got going for us.
Yep.
And then I guess my starting rotation, bare minimum, would be Crochet, Bayo, Joe Ryan, Connolly, Early, and then Hunter Dobbins.
You know, and I don't hate that rotation, actually. So I like that.
Do you guys foresee? If Tolley doesn't get traded for some reason, or like he does, like he's still on the team, do you guys foresee him in the bullpen next year?
Yes.
I was kind of thinking. I was going to ask the same thing.
Nope.
Where do you see him, Keith?
In AAA, working on secondary stuff because there's no reason to rush that guy.
Yeah, I think he'll start in AAA.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think they should pull the plug on him. I think his ceiling is a Matt Barnes type. I think his floor is a Matt Barnes type, where he has 2 elite pitches. He's got a great fastball, and he's a good bullpen arm. And if that's the worst it gets with him, I'm okay with it. But I think best case scenario, because of his fastball and what he could do with some of his secondary stuff is an ace.
All right, here's another question. A name I don't think has been mentioned tonight. What are we doing with Cutter Crawford?
Hold on. We're getting there. We still have two more people.
I know. It's just I didn't hear that name at all from anyone yet. So it's like,
Yeah, that's wild. I didn't even.
That's because I didn't start. That's because I didn't start.
Cutter Crawford. What a name.
Don't disrespect my king.
What a goat.
He's the goat. Sam, give me your ideal offseason. What's it look like?
I don't know if I have the full answer to that yet, but I don't hate the pitching that we have. I don't disagree that we needed to. I love the idea of Joe Ryan, but I feel like my emotions have been played with by Joe Ryan.
Correct.
And thanks, Craig Bezela, for that. I'd love to see Joe Ryan come over, and if we could add Joe Ryan to the rotation and ship Duran away for him, my wife will kill me for that, but I'll be happy with that.
Fair enough.
And if we can make him our number 2, I don't think we need to go anywhere else with the pitching. Between our young guys we have coming up and our guys that we have here, obviously we'll know more in spring training, but I got a feeling some of these guys are going to either take a step forward or at least be comfortable enough to be a 4 or a 5. I mean, we got Dobbins, Crawford, Early. I mean, there's some other names on there who I think will be in AAA, but will have potential next year at some point to either come up if someone gets injured or come out of the bullpen as needed, kind of thing. But
yep,
there's a lot of potential from the pitching, but granted, those are a lot of maybes. I mean, Connie Early pitched how many games this year? Like what, 6?
It was somewhere in that range. I think he pitched a month for us. It was the final. He was a part of the September call-ups, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which he did great, and I loved it. But Kenny, was that a rookie fluke? I don't know. I think I want to think he's going to do great next year, and that's my hope. And I hope he can be.
He's got the arsenal to be dirty.
I hope he can be our number 4 for now, assuming we get a number 2 and Bayos our number 3. I'm assuming he'd be our number 4 pitcher currently. Granted, him and Dobbins might be a toss-up right there. Dobbins coming back from injury.
Crawford.
We'll see where. Yeah, or Crawford. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you got Dobbins, Crawford, and Early right now, who I can think of as our lower level guys who all have a solid chance to make that roster spot of who's going to actually take it.
Yep.
I just don't know where it's going to go per se. I feel like no one knows until spring training rolls around and see what these guys can do. I got a feeling that'll give everyone a better idea, but
okay. What about the offense?
That's pitching. Offense wise,
what does the ideal situation look like for you?
I want to say we keep Story and Bregman, but I don't foresee it. I hope we keep one. I hope we keep one of them.
Yeah.
Ideally, both of them. So if we're going ideal, both of them come back.
Yep.
We have Meyer at second. First base is, as you said earlier, we haven't had a real first baseman since Mitch. So
Mitchy 2 bags.
Legend. But ideally we bring in a first baseman, or if we decide to roll with Tubby, we roll with Tubby, but I don't know if that's a long-term solution. I don't know if I could foresee him going an entire season either and being competent at first base the whole time.
I mean, he was great with Texas. This is the first year where he's kind of been bad, so to speak. And I mean, he wasn't terrible for us. There was definitely some problems, but
he didn't have time to be like downright terrible.
True. And I mean, there was a while where he was kind of saving us, to be honest. Yeah. Just a little bit. It wasn't too much, but there was a little bit of time.
Yep. And then I ideally think we just do Roman Sadon and KC out in the outfield. I think Casey has a chance to make that. He has a lot of time between now and the spring training to work on some things. I saw an article come out last week about him trying to put more weight on because he lost a good amount of weight this year, and that could have affected some of his exit velocity issues and such. So hopefully he gets the right conditioning in and can. I'd love to see him out there most days and performing. That's my ideal team.
So what would the bare minimum then be?
I'm trying not to pipe dream, so my ideal sounds low also.
Okay, so taking a very pessimistic approach to it. Okay.
It's Craig Breslow. I mean, he hasn't given me much hope.
Yeah, with the way that the last couple of off seasons have been, I feel like pessimistic is kind of the way that I've gone into a lot of these off seasons. I think this is the first year where there is an expectation above some of the other ones where doing nothing and doing just a little bit is not the move. You actually have a foundation for the first time in a very long time. So I mean, I guess to a degree, I don't blame you for the pessimistic point of view, but at the same time, it's so tough right now to even attempt to think that way.
Yeah, like I have a lot of faith, but also not faith in the same time in them to make the decisions we wanted. I mean, I thought 1,000% we were buying at the trade deadline. I was like, oh, we're about to make this team great. Like I was fully expecting not to get Dustin May. Steven Matz, I didn't even hate that. I mean, that wasn't a bad.
That was a good deal.
He wasn't amazing before what we gave up and what happened. I'm like, that works, and he didn't completely poop his pants when he pitched for us.
So this isn't a hot take. This is actually the correct one, and this is really sad too. Steven Matz was the best trade deadline acquisition of Craig Breslow's career. Or best trade acquisition of his career. That's stupid. Look at the people Craig Breslow is traded for. They're all bad.
Carlos Narvaez.
Okay.
Garrett Crochet.
Are you saying deadline specifically?
Deadline specifically, yeah.
He started by saying deadline specific and then said trade in general.
I got a little overzealous.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I forgot that those guys were people that, I forgot.
I mean, honestly, it's trade deadline. That's a great point because I don't even.
The Narv one, we didn't know he was going to be like this. That's for sure.
Well, Narv wasn't trade deadline.
Was he? He was traded. Right. I'm just saying, like in general, he wasn't like supposed to come here and be our phenomenal
starting catcher.
You know what? I'm going to shout someone out right now. Shout out Tyler Milliken, because Milliken was a huge Narvaez guy during that trade. He was massive, loved it. And I mean, going into it, when you had Connor Wong, I think at best Narvaez was looked at to be a defensive specialist who was just going to give us something there. Instead he just turned out to be the captain of the team and might be one of the greatest things to happen to the Red Sox since, I don't know,
2018.
Yeah. 2018. I was trying not to bring up any person from 2018 because I don't want to bring up any bad memories from that.
I got a list.
Oh yeah, all of them are gone, unfortunately.
All I'm gone, and a couple of them are playing in the game right now.
I'd rather not think or talk about that. Not even a little bit.
Sorry, at least he's sucking.
Yeah, it's something. But what I will give you guys is I will now give you guys my ideal offseason.
I'm ready.
And I do play MLB The Show pretty consistently. But with that being said, so I am going to take a Parker approach to this, and I'm going to go position by position. So I'm going to start with catcher, and I'm going to go JT. No, it's Carlos Narvaez. Come on. It's the captain.
I was about to destroy
I'm just going to spit out my spin drift.
Yeah, I was about to destroy you. As the
No.
resident Narvaez lover, I was about to destroy you.
No, I mean, he's the captain. He's the captain for a reason. He's awesome. Absolutely love him.
Love him so much.
So my first baseman, I'm actually taking one out of Parker's playbook. I'm going with Josh Naylor. I wanted us to trade for him. So that's a guy I've wanted for a long time now. I think he's got an underrated bat. I think once he went to Seattle and he played in the playoffs, I think you got to see it a little bit, and he's good, man. Plus the Yankees hate runs deep. And I would love to see a team full of people who hate New York. Between Naylor and Schlittler and Dobbins, you're actually starting to get a little bit of bad blood again. It's kind of fun because Schlittler hates Boston, apparently.
He literally lives here. Oh, he didn't live in
but-
Boston. He's just friggin' Southie.
Yeah, but he hates us. Do you see the video of him, the fuck Boston thing?
Yes.
Yeah, dude's a clown.
He's
Absolute clown.
Yeah, that was literally the word I was about to say. He's a clown.
He is a clown. So I'm going to say something that I didn't hear any of you guys say, and I'm going to bring up my DH, who is Kyle Schwarber.
I don't want to get my
love-
hopes up. That's the only
Yeah.
reason I don't bring
I
it
don't
up.
see it happening. Philly's gonna unload their stack of money.
Yeah. The problem is that they also have a ton of money on their books anyway. I don't know how far they're going to be willing to go, especially if they're going to try to upgrade at other positions. I think they have different positions to upgrade. So I don't think a guy like Schwarber is necessarily going to be the guy they go for. I think it's going to be competitive, but Schwarber wanted to stay in Boston. We just didn't give him the contract. If we unload stuff, it's a place he's familiar with. He likes Boston. He likes being here, and we like him. Get him here. We need a power bat.
And it helps that Philly just keeps choking every year. It's got to be
Yeah.
a bad taste.
Come to Boston, Kyle. Come back to Witham. Do it. Please.
I think the only reason I didn't say anything about DH is, like Jake said, is not trying to get my hopes up. And B, if Masataka Yoshida can be the bat that he was in the playoffs
No
and like
chance.
right before, I'm saying if he can, that's the
There's
thing.
just no way.
Never know. But if he can,
The
then
only
I'm
reason he
fine
did that
with
is because he didn't play the beginning of the season. Like, I think it was Jared who said it. The beginning of every season, Masa's comes in, he gets going after like a month, and then he gets in the middle of the season, and then he starts to tank. We didn't have that tank because he was still in his good part of the season because it took so long to get him there.
It is a good point. It is a good point. But he's going to have a great time doing that for the Pittsburgh Pirates because I heard it's a
Not on
beautiful
my
city.
baseball team.
Not on my baseball team. He's about to go learn Steel City.
Which
Very
sucks.
quickly. And like that's fine. I think he's a great player. It's just that if you look at the last times that the Red Sox won the World Series, they had one thing in common. They had not a good DH. They had an elite DH. You had David Ortiz, obviously, for 4, 7, and 13. And then in 2018, you had JD Martinez, who was the last guy to hit 40 home runs for us. It's the one thing we've had in common. I don't care what they're talking about as far as defensive flexibility. Maybe that's why our defense sucks, because we don't have guys playing one position. Maybe versatility is the problem, because you have these guys moving around. They can't get comfortable and they can't learn the fundamentals at one spot. So I think versatility is fine for your bench guys. Your starters shouldn't be versatile. I'm sorry. That's controversial in 2025. Have your starting players start at their position. That's what makes them starters. So my DH is Kyle Schwarber. My second baseman, I'm going with, I brought him up earlier. Give me Nico Horner. I think he's a guy who provides tremendous defense. Now, he also has a decent at best bat, but he can get streaky. Very Jackie Bradley. We saw it in the playoffs this season. He was kind of one of the bright spots for Chicago. He was one of the things that propelled them to play the Brewers. and he was fine. He was good, but his defense, Gold Glove.
Who do you think we would give up for him?
See, I feel like we have so much as far as the depth in our rotation that we can probably deal a couple of those guys if we want to try to do something and have like a larger deal go on. And maybe we don't end up getting Schwarber. Maybe we go down a different path. Maybe you find some way to get Suzuki and Horner for, say, Abreu and Duran.
Whoa.
Yeah. So that's a route you can go down too.
Holy.
I love
I'm just saying.
I would love that.
I'm just saying. Listen, I think for the people, I heard a good reaction right now. That could happen. It's possible.
My ears perked up.
That's what I'm saying. So if you don't want that Schwarber thing and you want to get a nice right-handed bat and you don't want Nick Castellanos like me, I don't personally.
$5.
I mean, if for $5 he can come to Boston. He can throw peanuts too. So maybe you go down that route, but regardless, Nico Horner is my second baseman. My DH is apparently Kyle Schwarber or Suzuki, one of those two. My shortstop, contrary to something that I said earlier, is Marcelo Meyer, and I do not think Story is going to be staying. He shouldn't. He played out of his mind, and he should reward himself for it, and then go be a financial headache for someone else. I cannot. Yeah, listen, I love Trevor Story, but we've been talking for years about how much of a burden he's been. I hope he makes every dollar that he can from this, and he should. Somebody will do it. The Padres are a team that throws money at people for no reason, so maybe he goes to San Diego. My third baseman is Bregman. Absolutely has to be Alex Bregman. So hopefully they can find something to work out there. I think if they just give him the years, maybe 160, 180 for 5 or 6 years, make something work. Doesn't matter. Just make something work. You got rid of Devers already. Get your guy. Come on. It's easy. My outfield, I go a little back and forth on. My dog's going crazy in the background for what I'm talking about. So the outfield's tricky because the outfield depends on how deep we go into the pitching. Because my outfield, again, in an ideal world, maybe we just become the Chicago Red Sox and we get Kyle Tucker, potentially. That's a guy you could throw some money at. I think in an ideal world, you end up with Roman in right, Seti in center, and Casey in left. Because my starting rotation, I would like 2 arms. In an ideal world, you get 2 arms, then you have Bayo as your number 4, and then you have Cutter Crawford as your number 5 starter. If he's healthy, he's the guy who's earned it more than anybody. He was outside of giving up home runs, he was kind of the dude. He was kind of the guy. He was nails with Tanner Houck. So get that guy in there. Give him a shot.
Crap, I forgot about Tanner Houck.
Tanner Houck.
You won't have to worry about it. He's still on Tommy John, so
we have so many pitchers.
So that's the other part about it, is that I can also be fine in a world where we scrap the pitching idea, and then you have Kyle Tucker as your left fielder, you have Cedon Rafael as your center fielder, and Roman Anthony as your right fielder. And your starting rotation, I'm sorry, but we have such a deep pitching lab. I am more than okay if we just go into it with our number 1 being Garrett Crochet, our number 2 Shane Bieber, or something of that matter. Just some guy that you can go out and throw some money at for a year or 2. Then you have Bayo at 3, and then your number 4 and 5 are any combination of Cutter Crawford's getting the 4 spot. I lied there. And then your 5th is either Dobbins or Conley early. Yep. Parker.
Something that no one has also said, I'm assuming everyone is out on Lucas Giolito.
I
don't think he's going to come back.
I think he'd come back. I think he played out of his
gourd.
Money. Yeah. I think he played out of his mind, and I just don't. I think he's a 2-pitch pitcher, and then on some days he's a 3-pitch pitcher. I just don't see it happening.
I don't want him. I don't want him for the amount of money that it is coming back.
I was stoked at how he did this year, but
so the last thing that I'll mention in this scenario, and I guess this goes for my bare minimum too, is that we're going to need to find some way to replace Justin Wilson and Steven Matz with whatever we want to do there. So, I mean, a couple of guys I was interested in. Raisel Iglesias. He's got a weird arm slot. He's got a wipeout slider. I feel like he's a guy who would thrive in this system. Ryan Helsley, another guy who I think would do well here. He has a lot of problems in terms of like command, but I do think he would do better here. If you look at guys who had problems with command, came over to Boston and thrived, 44, I think there's a chance it could work. So you go out, you get him. Maybe you get, I don't know, Tyler Rogers, Kirby Yates. I don't know. There's a couple of options there, but get a couple of bullpen arms there.
Edwin Diaz is an opt-out.
I don't want Diaz, not for that. That too much money, man. Too much money.
Oh yeah,
So much. He would want so much money.
there's a lot of aging relievers who are free agents.
So the last thing that I will say, as far as the bare minimum goes, if you're going to do one thing, only one, it's make sure Alex Bregman comes back. If you have to run it back with the same team, they shouldn't. They need to bring back Alex Bregman. That's my bare minimum. Realistically, I think they had a decent enough team. I think they have so much pitching depth that they can figure out the bullpen stuff, as well as the starting rotation. You need Bregman. Absolutely need him. I think, Parker, you were spot on with what you said about Bichette earlier. I think his defense doesn't allow him to be a good option here. So I don't think it'll work out. So
sucks to say because I really like Bo Bichette, but
correct. But he's not going to work out here. I think you throw Bregman at third. I think Meyer should be. I think Meyer begrudgingly should be starting somewhere with. I hate saying shortstop because I don't trust his durability, but I think he needs to start somewhere because his defense is so good. But you just have to be ready for the fact that the injury is probably going to come up pretty quickly.
Mm.
So
I'm always scared because of the wrist.
Yeah, his wrist is a problem.
Nags and nags and nags.
Big time problem.
Sure does. So that right there is what we are hoping from the Boston Red Sox. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I would love to hear some final thoughts.
You smell my brain burning.
Sign fucking Alex Bregman.
That's your final thought?
That's one of them. I'll have another one, but it's just.
I think we're all in agreement there. We got to bring back.
I think that is the one thing that everyone has agreed on tonight is that they need to bring back Alex Bregman.
Correct.
If I had to choose between Bregman and Story, I'm choosing Bregman every time.
I'm choosing him twice.
Yep.
Jake, Sam, final. Any final thoughts?
Final thought, a shout out to Corgi Glitter Creations. I just got another hat done.
That is fresh. Look at that. Is that Christmassy?
What?
Is that Christmassy?
Keith.
It's maroon and brown and
What?
green and cream.
What jersey does that remind me of? Maroon and green.
I don't know.
And white.
I don't know if I'd make
I
it.
don't really know of a jersey combo like that.
That's my final thought.
Sam, final thoughts?
Final thoughts is let's see Craig Breslow not screw this up. I'd love to see
What
that.
percentage chance do you put it at?
21.
21.
Just like our discount code at Pins and Aces. Look them up.
What a plug! Oh my god.
Wait, so your 21% is good or bad?
Oh, 21%, like he's gonna do something good. He's 79% chance screwing this up. I mean, he's Craig Breslow.
He was nails in the playoffs.
Parker's hard at search.
I found it.
I'm very excited to see.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wait on a minute. God damn it.
This is great podcasting.
So for everybody who's listening and not actually, watching us, Parker's currently aggressively trying to find something.
Trying to find a jersey that matches my maroon, dark green, cream, and brown new bucket hat created by @Corgi Glitter Creations on Instagram.
Bang.
Allow my screen.
Allow your screen. Oh, this is gonna get funky. Oh my god, you cooked.
I caught.
Oh my
You
god.
cooked up here. I need that jersey.
Yes, that's perfect.
We are looking at the Arizona. Oh my god, the Arizona Coyotes.
It's their Adidas alternate.
When they were in Arizona. Rest in
When
peace,
they
the
were in
Arizona
Arizona.
Coyotes.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can probably get it on discount.
Let's
Oh,
see
I
how
don't
much.
know. These are very sought after.
$249.
All right.
Keganga.
They're considered some of the best hockey.
Yeah, here's another one for $135. That's a small one, size 44. It's a small one.
Wow, that's immediately going on my list.
Hang on, let's see.
Just DH get it.
Jersey. What is
Dang.
the actual name for this one? Kachina?
Ka-chow.
Did you get a shipping date yet for your DH gate order, Keith?
Yeah. I'd like it to be a surprise.
We'll
There's
be
a
surprised in about 8 to 12 weeks.
5XL one for $64.
I'll take it. Kachina.
5XL is crazy.
Ka-chow.
I mean, look at that. That's perfect.
Wow, you cooked.
That's perfect. I did. I fear I cooked.
I fear this is going to be phenomenal content for the listeners.
And for the YouTube, go listen on YouTube. Go watch on YouTube.
Yeah, if you're not watching, you're missing out on what might be one of the goated jerseys of all time.
DH Gates got them for
Yeah, I was gonna
good
say.
price.
For $7.59.
Between
As
36
long as you
and
get
40
20 of them.
That's a lot for DH.
Well, depends on what shipper you go with.
True. Shout out UPS.
Yeah, shout them out for leaving a package on the porch, not even knocking and being like, "Sorry, we missed you. You got to sign." Well, no, sorry, not even leave the package on the porch. Leave with a slip that says, "Sorry, we missed you. Needed a signature for this package." No knock, no doorbell, no nothing.
Are you sure they didn't knock?
Shout out UPS for also saying that, hey, sorry we missed you. No one was home. And then proceed to deliver it the next day when I still was not home and nobody was home.
Shout them the
changed.
hell out.
Shout out UPS.
Shout them out.
Shout out UPS for employing me.
It's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't think
big
UPS wants
old
that out there.
toasters.
What'd you say, Sam?
I said, and they're big old toasters.
Oh, yeah.
Those are
So-
sexy trucks, dude. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah. Sexy employees, too, from what I've heard.
This is going off the rails.
So I'll bring it back a little bit with my final thought. So my final thought is, if you haven't gotten the chance to go see the new Chainsaw Man movie, it's very good. It's phenomenal. It's about a man who turns into a chainsaw.
What?
Yeah. So yeah, it's about a man who turns into a chainsaw and hunts devils, even though he himself is a devil.
What the fuck are you watching? Oh, it's an anime.
It
a
is an
manga.
anime.
Sorry.
It's both. It's both.
Okay.
So for all those people that are out there that are like me that partake in sports and anime, Chainsaw Man, go check it out. It's very good. If you haven't heard of it, manga is very good. Show is also very good.
I just watched the original Scream for the first time.
Really?
Yep. And after watching it and having seen Scary Movie like 100 times, I was like, they spoofed a spoof movie. That wasn't a scary movie.
Correct.
I was laughing the whole time watching Scream. That was a funny movie, genuinely. The guy who plays one of the killers, who's also plays as Scooby-Doo in the live action movies. Oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. Scooby-Doo's friend. Shaggy.
Lillard.
He plays Shaggy
Matt
in the live action
Lillard.
movie.
Something Lillard.
Yes.
I know who you're talking
He
about.
goes so over the top that it's so funny, which makes it good.
Mary Jane. That's like my favorite name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, I think that'll do it.